If you are over 60, you might be unknowingly maintaining a habit each night that seems harmless, yet silently increases your risk of having a stroke while you sleep. There's no chest pain, dizziness, or slurred speech to warn you. You go to bed feeling perfectly fine, but wake up the next morning unable to speak clearly or move your limbs as usual. A stroke can strike quietly and change your life overnight, all triggered by the way you sleep. Many older adults believe their sleeping positions and bedtime routines are safe, but in reality, certain sleeping habits can hinder blood flow, reduce oxygen to the brain, raise blood pressure, or even lead to the formation of blood clots while you rest. In the following sections, you'll discover the five most dangerous sleeping positions and nighttime habits that can increase your risk of stroke and brain damage, especially during the night when the body is at rest, but the brain is most vulnerable. If you or your loved ones are in your later years, understanding these habits could help protect your health and possibly save your life. Before we continue, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss daily health tips. If you find this content helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can improve and make it better for you. Let's begin with habit number 1. Going to bed right after eating a heavy meal or drinking alcohol. Many people believe that a hearty dinner and a small glass of wine before bed can help them relax and fall asleep faster. The warm, comfortable feeling makes it a common nighttime ritual. However, eating too much or drinking alcohol right before lying down is actually one of the silent factors that increase the risk of stroke during sleep, especially in older adults. When your stomach has to digest a large, rich meal full of fat, salt, or sugar, blood flows is redirected toward the digestive system, reducing the amount of blood that reaches the brain. This decrease may seem minor, but in people whose blood vessels have narrowed with age, the effect can be serious. Add alcohol to the mix, and you create a dangerous combination. Alcohol initially dilates blood vessels, making you feel sleepy and relaxed. But once its effects wear off, the vessels constrict suddenly, causing a spike in blood pressure and forcing the heart to work harder. For older adults, such sudden fluctuations can easily trigger arrhythmias, blood pressure swings, and reduced oxygen supply to the brain, all of which increase the likelihood of blood clots forming during sleep. Moreover, after age 60, digestion slows down, food remains longer in the stomach, and alcohol causes dehydration, thickening the blood and making circulation even more difficult, especially in the early morning hours when blood pressure naturally rises. The truth is, digestion and alcohol compete with the brain for energy and blood supply. When you eat heavily or drink late at night, blood is drawn toward the stomach and liver to process what you've consumed, while the brain temporarily experiences a shortage. The result can be a silent stroke that occurs during sleep, with no warning signs at all. Safe solutions. Eat dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If you drink alcohol, do it earlier in the day and only in moderate amounts. Drink water during or after meals to prevent dehydration and maintain healthy circulation. Limit salty, greasy, or sugary foods in the evening. Remember, the drowsiness caused by alcohol is not quality sleep. It disrupts deep rest and reduces the brain's ability to recover overnight. This isn't about completely giving up good food or the occasional drink. It's about respecting your body's natural rhythm, especially as age makes your organs slower and more sensitive to everyday habits. If you're still watching and find this information helpful, comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's move on to habit number 2, sleeping in a room that's too cold and not supporting your neck properly. The feeling of lying in a cool room, wrapped in a warm blanket, and drifting easily into sleep makes many people think that the colder, the better. Some older adults even lower the air conditioning to improve their health or save energy. However, when the temperature is too low and the pillow doesn't support your neck correctly, this combination can quietly harm your brain and blood vessels. When it's cold, your blood vessels naturally constrict to preserve heat, which reduces overall blood flow, especially in the neck area, where two major arteries supply oxygen to the brain. If your neck isn't properly supported and your head tilts downward or bends forward, even mild but prolonged compression can further limit blood circulation to the brain. In older adults, whose arteries are already stiffer and circulation slower, the combination of cold-induced constriction and poor neck posture can easily lead to blood stagnation and clot formation during sleep. Many people don't realize that as we age, the body's ability to regulate temperature weakens, making us more sensitive to environmental changes. At night, when the body temperature naturally drops, sleeping in a cold room can cause blood vessels to constrict even more. If at the same time your neck is bent or twisted, blood flow to the brain decreases further, and even a small clot can cause serious damage. What's more, many older adults unknowingly suffer from cervical spine degeneration. In this case, using a pillow that's too soft, too high, or positioned incorrectly in a cold room increases pressure on the neck arteries, interrupting blood flow to the brain throughout the night. Safe solutions. Keep the room temperature between 18 to 20 degrees, 64 to 68 degrees. Cool, but not freezing. Use a medium firm pillow that keeps your head and neck aligned with your spine. Avoid letting your head fall toward your chest or tilt too far to one side. If it's cold, keep your neck and shoulders warm, but don't cover your head. Promote circulation before bed by gently stretching your neck or taking deep breaths. Just a few small adjustments to room temperature and neck posture can make a big difference in protecting your brain's health. Remember, what once felt comfortable when you were younger can become risky as your body changes with age. Sleeping correctly is one of the quietest yet most powerful ways to nourish your brain each night. Habit number 3. Sleeping on your right side with your arm tucked under the pillow. Many people feel most comfortable lying on their right side, with a pillow under their head and an arm tucked beneath it for support. This position feels natural and has often been a lifelong habit, yet it's actually one of the most dangerous sleeping postures for older adults. The problem isn't pain or numbness, it's the silent pressure this position places on major blood vessels in the neck and shoulder, including the carotid artery and subclavian artery, the two main highways that deliver blood to and from the brain. When these vessels are compressed for hours during sleep, blood flow slows down, veins become restricted, and blood can start to pool. In the stillness of the night, a small clot may form without you ever realizing it. By morning, when you shift positions and your blood pressure rises, that clot can dislodge, travel to the brain, and cause a stroke. Beyond circulation issues, this posture also compresses the brachial plexus, a bundle of nerves that runs through the shoulder and controls arm movement. When these nerves are squeezed, they don't just cause numbness or tingling. They send stress signals to the central nervous system, subtly disrupting your sleep quality. Over time, the combination of poor circulation and ongoing nerve strain can lead to microvascular damage that accumulates silently until one day it manifests as a sudden stroke or loss of sensation. For older adults, this risk is even higher. Blood vessels lose elasticity, arteries narrow more easily, and blood becomes thicker with age, making it harder for the body to recover from nightly pressure. What feels like a cozy and familiar sleeping position can, in reality, be a silent trap for your brain's health. Safe solutions. Switch to sleeping on your left side instead of the right. Avoid placing your arm under your head or pillow. Rest it along your side or gently across your chest. Use a contoured pillow to keep your head and neck aligned with your spine. If you feel shoulder numbness or stiffness during sleep, adjust your position immediately instead of enduring it. Before bed, spend a few minutes rotating your shoulders or lightly stretching your arms to promote better blood flow. A small change in how you sleep can protect your memory, mobility, and mental clarity each morning. Sometimes, what seems harmless can quietly damage the brain for years, until the day it finally shows its consequences. Habit number 4, sleeping on your stomach. A position that feels safe but carries serious risks for your brain. One of the most common sleeping positions among older adults is lying face down. Many believe it helps ease back pain, provides warmth and comfort, or simply feels familiar after years of habit. However, this is actually one of the most dangerous positions for your circulatory system and brain, especially as aging weakens blood vessels and reduces oxygen levels during deep sleep. When you sleep on your stomach, your neck is forced to twist sharply to one side so you can breathe. This unnatural rotation compresses the arteries in your neck, particularly the vertebral arteries, which deliver oxygen-rich blood to the back of your brain, responsible for balance and coordination. Prolonged pressure significantly reduces blood flow, silently depriving the brain of oxygen throughout the night. Worse yet, this position also compresses the carotid arteries and neck veins, especially when your face sinks into a soft pillow. Slowed circulation allows blood to pool, thicken, and form small clots. These clots can remain dormant for hours, until morning, when blood pressure naturally rises and propels them toward the brain, potentially causing a blockage and triggering a stroke. Many strokes that occur during sleep or right after waking are linked to this exact mechanism. Additionally, lying face down puts pressure on your chest and lungs, restricting deep breathing and reducing oxygen exchange. As oxygen levels drop and carbon dioxide builds up, your heart and brain are forced to work harder. Younger people can often compensate for temporary oxygen loss, but in older adults, this reflex weakens, allowing dangerous oxygen deprivation to persist unnoticed for hours. For those who snore, have sleep apnea, or use sedatives, the risk increases even more. In these cases, airways can collapse more easily, oxygen levels drop further, and the likelihood of a silent stroke during sleep rises sharply. Safe solutions. Avoid sleeping on your stomach. Switch to your left side with a moderately firm pillow to keep your head and neck aligned. Avoid pillows or mattresses that are too soft, as they can cause the neck to bend or twist unnaturally. If you find it hard to stop sleeping on your stomach, place a long-bowed pillow in front of your chest to create a sense of comfort without pressing your body into the mattress. For those who snore or have breathing issues, raise the head of your bed by 10-15 cm to make breathing easier at night. Even a small change in your sleeping posture can dramatically lower your risk of reduced brain circulation, stroke, or morning fatigue. Don't let the position that feels most comforting be the one quietly harming your brain every night. And now we come to the final habit. Habit number 5. Sleeping flat on your back without a pillow. Seemingly harmless, but a hidden risk to your brain. Many older adults believe that lying flat on the back without a pillow is the most natural and spine-friendly sleeping position. Some think it helps reduce back pain, opens the chest for easier breathing, and promotes relaxation. However, beneath this sense of comfort lies a silent habit that can increase the risk of stroke during sleep, especially for those over middle age. When you lie completely flat, your head is level with your heart. This may sound normal, but in an aging circulatory system, blood returning from the brain to the heart has to work against the gravity. Weakened and less elastic veins slow the flow, making it easier for blood to pool in the brain. In the early morning hours, when blood pressure naturally rises, blood also becomes thicker and circulation slows even more. That's when a small clot can form in already narrowed vessels. If such a clot travels to the brain, the consequences can be devastating. Facial drooping, paralysis, loss of speech, or even death. The risk is higher for people with high blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, carotid artery stiffness, sleep apnea, or those taking nighttime blood pressure medications. Moreover, sleeping completely flat reduces oxygen exchange efficiency, since sluggish circulation limits how much oxygen reaches the brain. The combination of overnight dehydration, reduced oxygen, and slow blood flow creates a silent danger many people never notice. You might feel like you've had a peaceful night's sleep, but inside, your brain is under constant circulatory stress. Safe adjustments. Slightly elevate the head of your bed, or use a moderately thick pillow to create a 30-degree incline, allowing gravity to help with blood flow. Choose a medium firm pillow that supports the neck's natural curve and prevents the chin from bending toward the chest. Avoid sleeping positions that are too flat or too steep, as both can interfere with blood circulation and breathing. If you've been sleeping flat for years, transition gradually by adding a thin pillow layer or using a V-shaped pillow for better alignment. A small change, like properly supporting your head, can protect your memory, speech, mobility, and independence. Don't let temporary comfort cost you long-term health. Sleep isn't just for rest. It's the time when your brain heals and renews itself. And the way you lie down determines how safely that process happens. Sleep isn't just rest. It's the body's time to heal and the brain's time to be protected. The 5 habits you've just learned about may seem small or familiar, but these harmless routines silently affect how your brain is nourished every night. The good news is, most sleep-related risks can be prevented. They're not determined by age or fate. They come from choices we can change starting tonight. Remember, slightly elevate your head while sleeping. Keep your neck properly supported. Avoid heavy meals or alcohol late at night. Maintain a cool, comfortable room temperature. And most importantly, sleep smart, not just long. These small adjustments can protect your speech, memory, balance, and independence. Every night is a new chance to live healthier, think clearer, and care more deeply for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, comment number 1 below. If not, comment number 0 to let me know how I can make it better for you. Your feedback means a lot. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health insights like this. Thank you for watching, and may you continue to live life your way.